Hello, and welcome to a game I played today. This game is called The Binding of Isaac. It is the original, although the DLC, Wrath of the Lamb, it is one of the best games I've ever played. I'm kind of a fanboy of this game, so you'll have to excuse me there. This is actually a Flash game. I can't really show you that here right now, but trust me, it's a Flash game. It's built in Flash, and that doesn't really stop it from being great. Let's just plunge into it. It's been like super long since I've played the original. It's been a long time since I've even played the Rebirth version that's been released like last year. So this is Isaac. It's a you'd call it like a shooter. It's a roguelike. This is Isaac. Isaac is a boy. There's a storyline, although it's relatively shallow. Like, it doesn't influence the game that much. And Isaac is sad, basically. Isaac is a sad little boy, and he shoots with tears, as we will see. And let me disable the cursor on recording after clearing this room. Like I said, it's been a long time, so if I suck at this, please excuse me. Steam says I've put about 200 hours in the original, this version that you're seeing right now. I would guess it's slightly less than that, because Steam doesn't really record when you're doesn't really track whether or not you're actively playing. It just has, you know, when the window's open. So let me disable the cursor capture. Yes, that's much better. All right, so now, yes, and so your character Isaac has basically, well, it starts out like this, right? It starts with the tiers are of normal stats. I don't think you can. No, you can see stats here. Which is a very high level of stats. Basically, you don't really get granular control. There are mods for that. Nope, don't. There are mods for that, whatever. Besides the tier stats, which can increase and change, which is, you know, part of the affection for this game that people have. You have a main spacebar, you know, usable item, basically. Which is, you know, depends on your game. This character, after you unlock a bunch of stuff, Isaac will start with the D6, and the D6 is able to re-roll a current item once per 6 rooms that you clear. There's more subtlety in there, but that's the point. Initially, Isaac just starts without any spacebar item, and he is a much less attractive character, basically, but he's also the only one that is unlocked, although unlocking the other characters is relatively easy. Apart from that, he has a bomb, which is it's a static thing. You always have bombs, right? You may not have bombs, but let's see. How did I place bombs? Oh, okay. E. And bombs basically allow you to break rocks and open secret passages, which are well, you know, they are hidden, but in a certain pattern, which is fairly predictable. So that here is the boss room. I took some damage, so there are hearts. These chests are great chests. They can be unlocked by just walking into. There are also golden chests which require keys, which is the second consumable that you have. You have bombs, you have keys, and then there's money. And money is basically just coins, and you spend them in shops. Let's first find the item room. And so secret rooms are usually, like I said, they're rule bound, and these rules are fairly well known, I should say, by looking at the map. And a secret room is usually enclosed in 3 or 4 different other rooms, but it doesn't show up on the map just like that. But that's why I placed a bomb right there, in hopes that, of course, it would open the rocks and give me 2 bombs, but also maybe crack that wall. It didn't, so the secret room is elsewhere, and I'm not entirely sure how the secret room meta works in this game anymore, because it changed during the transition to Rebirth, or rather Rebirth changed how that works, and so I'm no longer any sure. This is a so-called, oh wow, this is a Eternal Heart. An Eternal Heart will give you an extra heart container if you have 2 of them at the same time, or if you have 1 of them and you progress to the next level, you will also get 1 extra health container. And so there's a difference in containers and, you know, being filled or unfilled. Basically the same as Zelda. This game takes a lot from Zelda, by the way, intentionally so. It doesn't even try to hide it. And so here we come to the most interesting part of the game, basically, the treasure room. Treasure rooms contain a free item. The game is very severe in explaining you what it does. It just gives you a title and sometimes a subtitle, a subtext. It doesn't really explain you what it does, unless it's like a status effect. In that case, it usually says, you know, damage up or whatever. This is the peeper, and yes, I know this because I've played too much of it, and you know, at first I had to look up all these items in the store, not in the store, sorry, in the wiki, and at some point you just remember them basically. The peeper is, how do you call that? Like I don't know, a helper. And he just bounces around in the room, damages enemies and everything. He is meh, kind of meh, but he is a passive, which means he doesn't replace the spacebar item. And since I have to fight a boss room, and the boss room gives you a guaranteed item, I'm going to go for the boss room and hope that I can just use my so-called reroll, which is the D6 charge, on the boss. So the boss, I have no idea what kind of bosses are in this level. Okay, so this is Monstro. Monstro is a fairly simple boss. You won't be able to tell the difference, but this is the champion version, and you can tell the difference because he's slightly different colored. Pretty much all bosses, at least in this Isaac, work that way. They're either differently colored or differently sized, usually both. Actually, no, not usually both. Size is optional, but if it's smaller, then it's usually also differently colored. As you can see, whoa! I do damage. How do I have to get used to the physics of this game, because I don't think I would have taken damage in. Wow, 2 eternal hearts. I don't remember there being a easy mode in this game. Okay, well, anyways, so we'll get to see what that does. This is Cat O' Nine Tails, and as you can see, it says shot speed up in the bottom right corner, and it gives you a title. And basically what this does is it will make my tears fly faster. And that's all it does. Let's pick up this heart container, this eternal heart, which will now show you like a half heart container. And the clue is this game has also blue hearts, and the blue hearts are soul hearts. And the soul hearts basically are temporary heart containers, and if you lose them permanently. So you get them as easily as you got them. Whereas the red containers, you can lose their contents, but you can refill them with red hearts that drop as well. So now we have to pick up this one. You will get 1 heart container extra, and now I have 4 heart containers. However, if you have no soul hearts and you take damage while having this white heart, you will lose that white heart. Okay, whatever. Let's finish the last room. Okay, this is a mini-boss, fairly simple one as well. He tends to give health, so I may be able to use my reroll. I don't want health. Health is a crutch in this game, and it's... Ah, okay, well, that's a different kind of health. Doesn't he give lard in this game? I don't remember. And so... this was the first floor, and so I've already determined that the secret room can be here, and I think in this game the secret room can in fact be here, so let's... I think it can be adjacent to a... Oh, crap. Well... maybe next to the secret room? Ah, in this game also the peeper affects the bomb. That sucks. I think that still would have gotten it if it was there. So now the options are becoming a bit limited. There's no way it's adjacent to this one. It's unlikely, though not impossible, to border just one other room. So let's first try. I have no keys. So the game sports another secret room, which is the super secret room, called differently by different people, and it is supposed to be the closest room to the boss room that is that has no other rooms bordering it, basically. So we'll try this one, and otherwise we'll try this one, and otherwise we'll just leave and call myself? What? Nothing. Never mind. I suck at this game. Well, we'll move on. Whatever. So the fun part of the game is the variety, basically. There are, I don't remember how many items, like 100, 150 different items in this game to unlock or play with. Many are stat adjusting items, like, you know, more damage or more health or more whatever. Some, however, are affecting the way the game plays, like this peeper, right? It gives you a familiar that bounces around and damages enemies. That's really helpful. These fires, by the way, they hurt you. Not so bad by themselves, but they can also give you... No. Where do I want to use them as a bomb, basically? Alright. No, well, now I've completely screwed that up. And this one explodes into a bomb as well. I have a key. I will need a key for... Okay, so I could use a key to open this chest, which will have a bunch of consumables randomly. It may have an item, usually doesn't. It may have crap, usually doesn't. But I also will need a key for my treasure room, and so I will wait out for that one. Okay. So the game sports more mechanics. For example, there is a devil room, and the devil room has a very powerful... has very powerful items, but you must buy them with heart containers. So basically you have to trade your heart containers in order to get those items. They can change the game drastically, but at the same time, you know, they cost heart containers. So like I said, health is a crutch, but quite literally they can be a crutch. Like, you can get more powerful with that. So I'm going to... I probably already wasted the odds I had at getting it, but the way that you get a devil room is by not taking red heart damage. So the blue heart would have been fine. I think actually that the eternal heart would have been fine to lose as well. But you cannot take, or no, you should not take red heart damage against anybody on the level, but especially not against the boss, because that's a different kind of multiplier. And basically there is a negative multiplier. Negative multiplier for taking red heart damage. So basically your first odds starts, I think, at 100%, and then it decreases by a certain percentage depending on certain statuses, events, whatever. So taking red heart damage in this game, I think, drops it by what, 30%, 40%? Okay, so that's a devil. 30 or 40%, I don't really remember. Then taking red heart damage in the boss fight, so that's the, you know, this fight, that would have dropped it another 30 or 40%. Then you can have, for example, there's an item called the Book of Belial. If you hold that, there's a higher chance in this game. In Rebirth, it would be 100%. In this game, it's a higher percentage to get a Devil Room. If you had a Devil Room in the last floor, you have lesser chance to get it now, etc., etc. So there's a bunch of reasons or influences. I'm going to take the Super Bandage because I'm going to need the health, hopefully, to trade. And so now we can see two items. One is, I've forgotten the name. It basically gives you flight, and I think it gives you one eternal heart, or is that just in Rebirth? I don't remember. This is Brother Bobby, I think. But Brother Bobby is a familiar that flows around you and shoots tears, though this one is a fairly weak one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the flight, because flight is... Oh, Lord of the Pit, that's right. No heart container. So Lord of the Pit is very strong here. Flying is very strong, I mean. Because flying means you can just fly over, well, anything really. Nothing blocks you anymore. And that's super powerful, especially for dodging. And I remember I had this spacebar item, the D6, and I brought a Bobby. And I brought a Bobby... Alright, I'm using my cursor to point at stuff, but I can't use my cursor anymore, whatever. My brother Bobby sucks, so I'm going to press space, and that changes it to an item so-called Guppy item. Guppy's head is an item that spawns 2 to 4 blue flies when used, and it, well, in Rebirth you can use it in every room. In this game, I guess not, or is that... I don't remember. I thought it was the same in this room, this game. You can use it, I think, in every room to spawn 2 to 4 blue flies, which will do twice your damage, and they will automatically home in on enemies. A more important side effect of Guppy's head is that there are 4 Guppy items in this game that you can collect, and if you have 3 of them, you will transform in Guppy, basically. And Guppy is a far more, Guppy is not so much more powerful, but Guppy will spawn flies whenever your tears land on an enemy. And so when that happens, it will spawn a blue fly, and blue flies, again, they do way more damage. And so, okay, this is the beauty of flying. This is a mini-boss, fairly simple to do, but I'm not hampered by these walls anymore. And yes, you can hide over these walls if you are, for example, if you're low on health. Oh, that peeper really slaughtered it, wow. You can just hide over it and it will be, you'll be safe, basically. And so we find ourselves a new kind of item. And so this is a pill. And a pill is a secondary kind of item or consumable with its own special slot. And this slot is reserved for pills and cards. There are tarot cards which have a very specific set function. And then there are pills which have a random function, although each specific pill color will have the same effect throughout the same gameplay. So if I find another white pill, then it will be the same effect next time I found the white pill. But if I die and I start over, the same white pill may have a different effect. And so the effect is basically about 4 different. Can be one of them. It can be a positive or a negative for 4 different stats. It can be a teleport. It can be a so-called, a dud, or I found pills, which does nothing. And it can be a spawn to blue hearts. It can spawn. I don't think. No, this game has much fewer options for this. I don't know. I don't know what else this trinket. Oh, actually, I think there's one that spawns a black fly. Let's continue. We still haven't. Well, never mind. There's our. Okay, and so this one is the red fire, and the red fire basically fires a bullet every now and then. That hurts you, and it got me. And so you can see, I'm about to lose my half heart, and I will in this room, which we'll see in a second. This is, like it says, you get 10 bombs. I don't have a reroll. I'm not going to get a reroll if I look at this, so I'm just going to take it. And we're gonna move on. This is the sacrifice room? No, this is the... Oh, wow. Well, anyways, if you enter it, you will lose half a heart. Although if you enter it while flying, you don't. And you will only lose half a heart while exiting. And this room will have chests. In this game, I don't think they ever contain enemies. In Rebirth, they will. But in this game, they will just contain red chests or anything, really. I think the contents can be random. There can be an item. There can be... Can there be hearts in this game? I don't remember. In Rebirth, there can be like black hearts. It's usually worth it to investigate, even if it doesn't turn out to have anything. And so red chests are the third type of chest, basically, and they can contain an item, they can contain a teleport to the devil room, or they can contain, consumables. They can also contain troll bombs, which is like the worst payout. So let's see what they have. This is a troll bomb. It follows you. It's annoying. And this gives me... Oh, it can also be blue flies. Oh, well, there, blue flies. So this was relatively useless. And you can see that my blue heart in the top right corner has now disappeared. So I have cleared this floor. I have 1 key left. I have 7 cents. I should just visit the shop and see what happens. I could also opt to open this chest, though. I'm still gonna visit this shop. Right, in this game you only have 3 items and you have no donation machine, which is, wow, it's incredible how fast you get used to that one. So, this is a tarot card. Let's first use my pill. Tears up. In the bottom right corner you can see the effect. That gave me a tears up, which means I shoot more tears in the same... No, I should explain it. You shoot more tears in the same time. So let's take the tarot card. The tarot card has a fixed... So it has kind of like a cryptic message. The moon, it has the priestess, the fool, and whatever, and they do fixed things. This one, for example, the moon shoots you to the moon, or rather the secret room. So let's go there now, because I don't want the red heart. I have 2 full heart containers, and it won't do anything for me. And this is the... it's not the Bible, it's the... I forgot the name. It'll give you a blue heart and will force the boss to be a horseman whenever you encounter it. Anyways, so if I press Q now, this is a hotkey. If I press Q now, I will jump and teleport to that secret room. And there you go. And so the secret room gave me an item. Unfortunately, it's the unicorn. And the unicorn basically gives you invulnerability for a bunch of seconds. And will deal damage while doing so. But it has a 6-room recharge, and it's significantly worse than the D6, so I'm just gonna leave it here. Very unfortunate, because the secret room has a very nice item pool, and so I would have loved to reroll it, but nope. Yeah, just nope. Let's see. So I've found my secret room. As you can see, it's enclosed in 3 other rooms. I would have tested this one, and that one. I think it's closest to the spawn that has the highest chance, although this was, I think, the spawn. Whatever. Let's try to go for the super secret room, which should be either here or there. There you go. Because this is like one of the... Oh, actually, no. It would have been this one. Okay, so maybe the rules for the original Rebirth were different. Okay, so red chest. Alright, so that's Guppy's Paw. And Guppy's Paw basically turns... I'll use it once. It's a spacebar item. It will change their 1 red heart to 3 blue hearts permanently. So you lose the red heart, but you gain 2 soul hearts. 3 soul hearts. And again, this is a Guppy item, so if I find 1 more Guppy item, and I hope I do, then I will transform into Guppy, and that will give me the blue flies on hit, which is awesome. Okay, so we've pretty much had everything here. We can see in the top left corner that there's nothing left to explore, and there are no more secret rooms or hidden rooms that we may be able to uncover, and so we should just continue. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to charge the D6 because there are 2 items on this floor left, which we can see by the yellow stars in the mini map, and I'd love to re-roll them, but nope. So onwards and nextwards, and so we can see at the top here that there are 2, 4, 6, 8 different floors to go through. Initially, you'll only have 4 of them, and then as you go deeper into the game, you can see that this is a blue heart, spawns randomly as well. As you go deeper into the game, you will unlock more and the new floors basically. This is a boss room that's really close to spawn, and the thing is right now is and my D6 is ready, so I should just use it here immediately. That thing about a devil room. So for one, I have had a devil room in my last floor, so now I think the base chance to get a devil room is only 25%. Of course, this can still be modified by getting red heart damage against the floor or anywhere on the floor. Against the boss or anywhere on the floor. But since I only have blue hearts, I can still safely enter here and exit here, knowing that I'll take damage, but it won't be red heart damage. So let's see what this gives me. Pills, and this gives me a blue heart. So I came out winning, and so let's see what this does. Shot speed down. So now my tears shoot slower, and then there's this bad gas, which will poison nearby enemies if there were any, but it's a very weak effect. All right. This enemy, this boss, I should say, splits up in multiple bosses. Again, this is where flying comes in handy, but still it's very crap, annoying. And note that it's still not red heart damage because it only took part of a blue heart, but it's still annoying to have lost it. This is, well, I would say this is about as bullet hell as it gets, but it doesn't. It's not like this game isn't very hard strung on bullet hell, but sometimes bosses like this Fistula, I think it is, does give. Oh, I got a devil room, and I got health. So what should I do here? Oh crap! I don't remember the actual mechanics for taking devil deals in this game. So in Rebirth, the follow-up version of this game, you can take a 2 heart deal for 1 heart and you won't die. I think in this game, taking that kind of deal will kill you, so I should be wary of that. Okay, so this gives you flight, but the flight also gives you spectral tears. I already have flight, so that doesn't really add anything else. I should kill that fire before it kills me. And so I'm not going to take this. Then there's Sister Maggie, that's the familiar here, which shoots a red tear. It's not very powerful, so I'm not going to take it either. I'm going to reroll. And now I get the knife and the Ouija board. The Ouija board is basically spectral tears only, so without the flight, but I guess it's the same net effect. And I'll just take the knife, which is usually boring because the knife is super powerful. But notice that I'm shooting tears right now. As I pick up the knife, my attack changes into, well, holding a knife. Alright, and holding the knife is actually a super powerful weapon. There are, in this game, I think only 2 different varieties of alternate weapons aside from tears. The knife is one of them, and then something called brimstone is the other one. Well, what? Yeah. Taking 3, well done. That's... Okay, it's been a while. Having to line up with the enemies that shoot in a line is super annoying. Okay, so I have a... Okay, good. I have a key. The relic. The relic will drop blue heart every 2 or 3 rooms, maybe 4. It's a good item because blue hearts are what you want. Soul hearts, I mean. And so Mom's knife will charge. And after charging, depending on the time charged, it will fly a certain distance, of course. But it will only shoot straight, and it will home back to you always. There is no way of losing it. And it deals. Did that mechanic change, or is that just something I was used to in Rebirth? I shouldn't be charging it between rooms because it will just mess up my aim. It will do, I think, 3 times your damage when going outward, and then 4 times your damage going backwards, something like that. And I mean like the damage you would otherwise do with your tier. Also, if you're holding it, it will do a, I don't know, 3 times damage by default, regardless, something like that. Anyways, suffice it to say that any boss will be killed quite fast with this item. How do I still have a key? Oh, I picked up a key, I guess. Okay, so this is the self-sacrifice room, and the spikes in the middle are special kind of spikes because they will always take a full heart, and when you do so, you have a chance of spawning 1 chest, once per room, I believe. The trick, and for some reason, many seasoned players don't really know this or seem to forget about it. I don't know. Is that if you end up with half a red heart after taking taking the damage, you will be guaranteed a chest. But it may still be like a golden chest, and if you have no keys, you're still shit out of luck. So this is a more annoying enemy because it shoots as soon as it does that. All right, this is the mob trap room, and the mob trap room basically. I'm not going to do it right now. I don't have that many hearts. I don't feel that. Yeah, no, I shouldn't be doing this. The mob trap room spawns 1, 2, 3 chests, or sometimes an item. And when you open the chest, the first chest, it will spawn a bunch of enemies, like 3 waves or 2 waves in the earlier phases or the earlier floors. And you have to, well, just beat the waves basically. The waves are just like 4 enemies, so it's not that bad. Just I don't want to do it right now. There's also a variety called the boss trap room, and the boss trap room is a red door. Oh, actually no, it turns up red on the minimap, and you can only enter it with 1 red heart, but in the infinite number of soul hearts, so that doesn't really matter. And then you get a higher chance on an item. In Rebirth, this was nerfed significantly. and so it's no longer that much worth in Rebirth. I'm gonna have a stab at the super secret. Again, remember this was a one of two prime locations for it, because these were the only two locations that had would have boxed in the secret room into 3 other rooms. So this is a very common layout for the secret room, just a bunch of coins basically. So we'll go to the shop now because we have 17 coins, and the shop is near. Oh, actually, you know what? I can bomb into it, and since I only have 1 key, right. In Rebirth, the door stays open, but in this game, it doesn't. Bombing through is cheaper because I have 1 key and 8 bombs, and I can exit freely. Okay, so this item is not worth it that much. I'll take a soul heart for 5 coins. You can see at the top center that my coin will decrease by 5, and I'll get a soul heart. The stairs are basically only worth it when you don't have flying, because it allows you to cross 1 gap, basically. But of course I have flying, so I don't need it. The super secret, interesting actually. The super secret can only be in 1 position, so let's try that. So if you look at the map, and I mean this is basically what I like to do. If you look at the map, the super secret, when possible, it doesn't touch any other room. So if you look at the map, there is only 1 place where the super secret could be without it touching any other room except for the one that it connects to, and that's this one. There we go. Woohoo! Okay, and this is not a donation machine, what's the name? Whatever, it's a machine. You put in coins and it gives you random stuff. But the purple one is based on your luck stat. And so it will often give you a so-called trinket, and will... Wait, am I playing on... Am I really playing on... Oh, well, that will explain a lot. Interesting. Ooh, Joker card. Hold on, let me let me try to explain this. So for one, it will. Okay, so it will. I think it has a 33% chance to give you anything at all. But then if you, yeah, it does. It gives you trinkets mostly, or soul hearts, and sometimes other consumables. Alright, the second thing that I noticed, right, this is a trinket, and a trinket is the other slot, which is an item that is interchangeable. Like there are 2 trinkets right now, and you can see that in the top left corner right now that says Isaac's Fork. It's a trinket that modifies your tier stat, and then every one in so many tiers you'll fire a translucent tier that will pass through anything solid, like walls. But of course I'm using a knife, so that's kind of useless. And then there's the Child's Heart, and the Child's Heart is it gives you a higher chance to spawn red hearts. Since there is no alternative for me here, I'll just go for that. And then the next thing I noticed is that in my bottom left corner, it has a white star, which I think signifies that I'm playing on the new super hard mode, which explains why so many eternal hearts, eternal mode, which explains why there are so many eternal hearts dropping, because I believe that's a side effect of that game mode, as well as the game being so. Well, to be honest, I wasn't even noticing that it was harder. Okay. And then the last thing is that I picked up a Joker card, and a Joker card is basically a teleport directly to the Devil Room, regardless of you having had it or not. So I've already used that here, so I'm not going to teleport to it now, but it might be prudent to visit it immediately upon entering the next. That's actually... well, no. The Devil Room has a good chance of respawning if you re-enter the boss room, but you know that odd diminishes as you enter it and exit it. And right now it won't spawn, and it will never spawn anymore in this floor. So let's just move on to the next floor. I didn't notice that I was going in Eternal mode. Interesting. I think this is Eternal mode. I don't know. The fact that I've seen 2 Eternal Hearts in one in one floor, though, that was a kind of a sign, I guess. Anyways, so what I can do here is I can enter it freely and I can exit it for 1 heart, half a heart. So that's probably worth it. That guppy piece that I was mentioning about it, I already have 2. I have the head and I have the what did I have? The head and the paw, right? It also has a tail, which increases the drop rates of chests, or chests, and then it has a let's see, it has a, what do you call it, furball? No, the whatever. There are 2 items, and one is Dead Cat, and Dead Cat gives you 9 lives basically. But these tend to spawn in red chests, so red chests are really worth investigating because they may give you items. So this is a mini boss that killed itself. Okay, sure. So that's good because it means I don't have to kill it. But it would have been easy. Its name is Larry Jr. and it's a very easy boss. However, I don't need to fight it anymore. These, however, are far more annoying. No, this can be Eternal Mode. Eternal Mode is supposed to be dead hard. And supposed to be... I mean, the only thing why I'm wary about it, that was Relic. I like that. The only reason I'm contemplating it is because I've seen 2 harder bosses, which could have been a coincidence, but... Alright, so these spawn bombs, and it's a common technique to have them drop bombs and try to find a secret room that way. Oh, well, that way. Alright, so now we die. Hey, die. And we will enter the secret room immediately, because otherwise it will close, of course, and it will have one of these again, and I don't want it. So what we can do is we can blow it up, and it will spawn some consumables, like a pill. Please don't be a teleport. Bombs are keys. Oh, that's fine, I guess. Alright. I didn't want it to be a teleport because it would have removed me from the secret room and I'd have to bomb back in to get it back, and of course I'd never know where I'd end up. Anyway, so I found my secret room, so that's nice. I don't have... Wait, where's my mouse? Just went up and died. Aw, don't tell me. Anyways, we can use the keyboard, that's fine. Okay, so the secret room is found, so I don't have to bomb for that anymore. The pill was bombs or keys, which literally just drops the bombs in the keys amount. And so now I have 7 keys and 1 bomb, which I would have hated were it not for the fact that I've already found my secret room, and the keys are really handy as well. So this is a fairly simple, though very annoying because it's a relatively fast enemy, and it will tend to cling to each other. Although, for some reason, it doesn't appear to be doing so right now. Come on! I'm having range issues, I think. Also, I haven't played this game in so long that I'm just not remembering how to properly use the mom's knife anymore. There we go. Alright, thank you. I don't know. I'm looking for my treasure room first. Crap. So this is a fistula, but then a toned down variety kind of thing. There is a, I'm not sure if it's you'd call it a bug, but if you spawn, alright, we're not doing this. If you spawn or kill one of the fistula parts above a chasm, it will not. Yeah, so you can see right now. It will not spawn like one of those critters. You can see right down in the top right corner, it will tell me which pill that was, and this is bad gas, which I have no use for, and this is bombs or keys, which is interesting. But I'm gonna go with the Joker card first, and then we'll see how that works out. All right, so that's all right. Thank you. Did it? Shit. Oh no, wait, shit. It popped the poop. So you can see those flies there, and the thing about the fly that you see right there is that it doesn't actually take any damage right now. It's an eternal fly, so called. And this is fine up until the point where you actually shoot the poop, after which you can still, you can actually start killing the fly. So now we have 2 ways to go. I want to find my treasure room. Okay, let's just go this way. Ah, success. Ah, stupid spiders. I hate it. I hate them. They're so erratic. Alright, that was suicide. It's fine. And my item is... Alright, so this is basically, Anarchist Cookbook is a bomb generating item. I'll show you here and hopefully don't kill me. Nope, okay. Alright, so that's fine, but I don't want it. So I'll... Interesting. I would reroll it, but I'm not gonna get anything from the... Alright, this is Infestation, which I believe will spawn blue flies when I get hurt. May also be confused with a different effect, okay. And so we're back to the boss room. I haven't taken any red heart damage, but I've also had a devil room on the last floor and a floor below, so it's very unlikely for me to get one here. This is whoa, what's his name again? I don't know. I don't remember. But it's a very simple boss. No Krampus. Not Krampus. No devil room as expected. But of course I have the card, so now I will teleport in. There is I think in this game a very small chance, but still a chance to get Krampus, which is the devil room boss. I did not. I think it's safe to take split shot, but I don't want split shot because there's no point. You don't get any bonus for it. So that's basically split shot, the left item, and it will split your tears when they hit something. It's super powerful, but well, like I said, for the knife, it doesn't really work that well. The other thing will damage yourself when used, the razor blade, and well, the razor blade is useless for me. No, not useless. Sorry, it's just I don't want to use it. And I have no reroll, so there was no point in anything. Thank you. Alright, the battery will... Ooh, what does the battery do in this game? Yeah, there's no overcharging. Yeah, so the battery will give you 1 extra tick of battery charge, basically, when you use it. And so right now, my spacebar item has 6 room charge. If I would take that, it would be a 5 room charge. However, I don't have enough money for it, so I'll just take the soul heart and be on my way. Okay, so next up is these. Oh, I don't like these, but at least they destroy themselves on the spikes. That's worth it. More of these. I've pretty much found all the rooms anyway, so I'm not going to try and get them to generate a secret room for me. No, I'm just gonna leave. So I've done everything on this floor. Oh, you know what? Actually, if there is a devil room now, I don't think so, because I don't think it opens this door, even though I've been there. But if there is a devil room, I'm going to. Do I want this? Yes. It's not going to open doors. Otherwise, I could enter now and do a reroll and do some funky stuff. Yeah, there's no devil room. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I forgot that in this game, the D6 actually charges in 3 rooms. It's just a misleading tick bar. I think that was a limitation of the game engine. But that's fine. So the center one will do that, basically. Which I would have been fine, because he would have destroyed those other enemies. But my knife is okay in damage. I'm saying okay because it can be much stronger. However, I'm lacking the... Oh, crap. The damage items. So I'm not being as strong as I possibly could have been. Don't kill me. Thank you. Oh, no. Crap. So... we're seeing Infestation doing its work. Because I'm spawning blue flies as I go along. Alright, thank you, I needed that. We'll just continue. Oh, crap. Alright, so that's what they do. And that's what I'm... Why do I keep taking that kind of damage? Hey, what? Okay, so now I'm near dead. and it's very likely that I won't be surviving this. A great chest is not worth the risk here. I don't like these. Oh crap! Don't. All right, thank you. I don't remember them doing that. They don't do that on Rebirth. I don't think so. Anyways, you can easily get rid of them that way. What? Whoa. Well, that's fine. So these side blob rock thingies, they can either shoot tears or throw bombs. The green one will do bomb, and they can be super annoying. But as soon as the main enemy of the room is dead, they stop shooting. So that's fine here. Sacrificial knife is a so-called orbital, and it will, well, literally orbit around me and protect me from bullets and everything. Besides that, it's a super powerful orbital, and if you're able to do melee damage, it will do a lot of melee damage. But for now, I can use the protection, so I will use this as protection. Let's see if I can make it one more room. Alright, so there's a blood donation machine. Wow. The music actually goes slower as your lag goes higher. That's an interesting... I've never had the lags before, so that's kind of interesting for me to see. I'm not going to do this, but if you do it, you can exchange one half a heart for money, basically, for 1 or 2 coins. Of course, I just have 2 hearts left, so I'm just not going to do this. Alright, that was an easy room. Sometimes you're just lucky. It doesn't really matter whether I go left or right. Okay. These enemies spawn flies. Don't. And flies actually aren't so bad, except for the fact that they can be annoying when you don't have a very good way of doing damage crowd control. And so, oh, what the hell? And my crowd control capabilities are limited with a knife. And so I find myself in this situation. Anyways, ooh. That black thing is a bomb fly. And the bomb flies explode on death, basically. Thank you. And they always end up in a bomb fly. Oh, alright. Greed is a mini... Wow, how did I not die there? Is a mini boss that spawns in the shop, basically. Okay, so this is where I die. That spawns in the boss room. Sorry, in the shop room. So, Isaac. The Binding of Isaac is a very... I don't know. I think it's one of the best games that's been produced so far. The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, which I will hopefully cover in a next episode, or one not far from this one, is you could call it version 2, but in reality it's basically this game, just better and more content. So you could see it like a DLC. But then on its own, and like it has its own engine and whatever. We'll see that later. The game thrives on the fact that every gameplay is different. Well, I mean different. The items really change the game, right? The D6 that I have can change items. There are items that spawn other items. There are items that will change the way that your tears behave, like that knife I had. And you know, every playthrough is different, and that's really what I enjoy about this whole franchise. The theme is pretty dark, which can set some people back. You know, some people don't really like the theme, but I don't care, honestly. It just doesn't really matter for me. I really like this game. I played 200 hours apparently in the original. I don't know how many hours I've spent on Rebirth. I can quickly check, but regardless, I'm checking on a different computer, by the way, in case you're wondering. It's a good game. I really enjoyed it. Rebirth has me for 215 hours. So yeah, it's a 6.5 AAA for me. Although one could argue that the graphics in this game are limited. This is the fanboy of me talking, so you know, suck it, whatever. It is a good game. If you have never played it, interesting. You may want to start Rebirth, like because it lowers the entry basically because it looks better, it plays better, and has less lag, less bugs or fewer bugs, and you know, overall it gives you a better experience. And then if you're still lust for more, you can always just start playing the original as well. I'm disappointed with the fact that it doesn't run on Linux, which is one of the reasons that it's been so long since I've covered this game. But you know, that's the way it is. There's no helping that for me until Florian or somebody else decide that, you know, this game can actually be released on Linux as well. Yeah, I don't know. If you've never played this game and you're a gamer, I don't know, you know, on which rock you've been sleeping, but whatever. Oh, by the way, Edward is the creator basically. You know, if you've never played this game or seen this game or heard about this game, then you've been missing out, and you should start playing this. It's a roguelike, and it's a dungeon crawler. It's a shooter. It's a shoot 'em up. It's a hack and slash sort of thing, basically. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Well, that was fun. It's been a long time since I've played this. Oh, I want to see actually what are. Okay. So, by the way, this is the kill screen. You know, you get to see which items you have or had picked up, and what killed you. Apparently, I killed myself. Did I kill myself? No, I was killed by. Oh, right, I was killed by one of those critters. Let's see. How do I exit here? Oh, okay. I want to exit. Yes. 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 How do I... Ooh. Okay, you're probably seeing a black screen now. You know what? It's fine. I'm going to quit now. So, thank you for watching, and bye-bye.